So there's changes coming to the 18th edition wiring regulations BS 7671 in January 2019. Chapter 52, Selection and Erection of Wiring Systems, is going to go into more detail about support and fixings so that they don't collapse prematurely in the event of a fire. It's expected that the regulations will state that this applies to all cabling throughout the building, not just in escape routes, as it has been previously. Previously, regulations such as this have only applied to fire alarm cabling and cabling within the escape route of the building. We now know that that's going to be pushed out to all types of cable within all areas of the building where the risk of premature collapse is high. With an ever-increasing focus on safety, the IET and BSI quite rightly decided to ensure that cabling should be adequately protected against collapse in the event of a fire. The guidelines are clear that the responsibility for the support in the cables ultimately lies with the installer, and installers have a responsibility to keep up to date with regulations and ensure they comply. In accordance with the 18th edition and BS 7671 in general, all cables should be fixed such that they're not liable to premature collapse in the event of a fire. Extra low voltage circuits, alarm cabling, control wire and access control, all of these things are not exempt and are included within the scope of that regulation. Trunking and conduits carrying any electrical wiring must be supported and fixed with a fire rated support, including plastic conduits. Identifying which type of supports are compliant with the forthcoming 18th edition can be confusing. There's very little guidance available from the IET, BSI and the verification bodies within the trade as to what supports installers should be using. We would always recommend going with manufacturers' recommendations. The Linian fire clips are all tested to BS 50200 and the German DIN standard 4102-12. These standards establish that cables maintain their circuit integrity and remain in place during high temperature fires. So the big question is, can installers still use plastic wall plugs? Well, it's not recommended to use any plastic components in a substrate where they are a means of securing cables. A report by BRE entitled "A Series of Experiments to Assess the Effect of Fire on a Selection of Electrical Cable Supports and Fixings," produced in 2015, concluded that plastic wall plugs can fail in fire conditions at temperatures greater than 300 degrees. It's known that firefighters can still be mobile within the building at this temperature, and as such the report concludes that plastic plugs fail at this temperature.